What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate support. Guys, I'm going to talk about a horrible story, man, that unfolded recently out there in Trinity, Florida. Shout out Trinity. And it's about a Tampa Bay man by the name of William Eugene Ray, 83 years old, that in May he was checked into an assisted living facility because he had dementia. And this 83-year-old man recently has been found in a walk-in freezer at said facility, dead. One of my worst fears is not knowing how I'm going to go. You know, when you get older, if you make it up to these ages where you get these different ailments. One of the growing ailments in this country is dementia. My grandfather, God rest his soul, just recently died from having dementia or complications due to dementia. And you never know when that's going to, some people are going to get inflicted by that. And then, like, you know, you need special needs and you're put in these facilities where, you know, you need round-the-clock care. Take a look at this story, man. I mean, my heart goes out to his family. I mean, accidents happen, but it's a couple of questions I have with this that I'll come back with commentary and explain to you guys. But for now, take a look at the story, man. Heartbreaking.
So we've got a family in Tampa Bay wanting answers after an 83-year-old man was found dead at his assisted living facility in Trinity. The Pasco County Sheriff's Office tells us he was found in a walk-in freezer. His family says he had dementia, but they want some answers. Fox 13's Kylie Jones spoke with his family. He wants to make sure this never happens to any other family. Kylie, this is so sad. What more do you know?
Mark, it's heartbreaking. The family of William Eugene Ray hoped to cherish the limited time they knew they had left with him. Now they want to know how this could have happened.
William Eugene Ray was a lot of things.
He was funny, he was artistic, very creative, always happy, always smiling, friendly to everyone.
And a proud 36-year veteran of the U.S. Navy. To his wife, though, he was Gene, and to his 2 adult children, he was Dad.
He, never raised his voice. He was just so hardworking. His work ethic was incredible.
Kristen Spencer says her father started showing signs of dementia, although he was still physically active at 83 years old.
Mentally, the dementia, it was just progressing.
In May, Gene's family made the difficult decision to move him into the Waverly Assisted Living and Memory Care in Trinity.
There was no issues right at the beginning. As time progressed, though, you see, when you're there all the time, you see things. And so you see these little things that start to send up concerns.
Among them were concerns about staffing.
You put your loved one in there with trust.
Spencer installed a Ring camera in her dad's room to keep an eye on him when she couldn't be there.
I woke up the next morning, and when I looked at the Ring camera, the light was on and he was not in his room.
In immediate panic, Spencer called her mother, then called the Waverly to alert staff. They raced to the facility. More time passed until a staff member came in and told them they found Gene.
But then the next words out of her mouth was, "He's in the freezer." And I said, "What do you mean he's in the freezer?"
Spencer says her father was found in a walk-in freezer in the facility.
We need answers. We need answers. How could this happen?
Spencer says the Ring camera shows her dad get out of bed and leave his room at about 12:30 in the morning, hours before he was found in the freezer.
If we had not called the facility, and when would they have found him?
We reached out to the Waverly. A spokesman said they've never experienced an incident of this nature. He said, quote, "Our community is deeply saddened by this heartbreaking loss. The grief felt by our entire staff is indescribable. We are truly proud of our staff's profound and immediate response to the situation."
Basic safety measures not in place. When you have vulnerable people in a place, you have to secure these areas.
And now Spencer says at this point they haven't received any explanation or been contacted by the facility since her father's death. We did also ask the facility about staffing concerns. A spokesman for the Waverly said they're in compliance with all regulations and that the safety, dignity, and well-being of their residents is their highest priority.
All right, guys, that's the story of this guy, William Eugene Ray, may rest in peace, found in a walk-in freezer. Now, I got a couple of questions. Regardless of them being short-staffed, there has to be some type of protocol or wing that they put people with debilitating mental health issues in. And, I mean, stuff like this does happen. A lot of times it doesn't go reported, where, people wander out of their rooms. And, she said 12 something that night. You seen him on the video. He was dressed up, like going out, like he was leaving the place. But then again, people with these debilitating mind issues, they don't know a lot. They think they're still at home. And for him to wind up in the freezer, he walking around 12 something that night, nobody noticed that? The staff doesn't know, isn't familiar with him? Another thing is this. Don't they have like armbands, a certain color armbands, to let people know the ailment that they have? So he's just walking around. How did he get from where he was all the way into a deep freezer? That's the part I think that bothers everybody. I mean, he had to walk past the kitchen and stuff. They don't have that stuff locked up at night. People at the nursing station didn't even pay attention to him. It's just upsetting. And I mean, I'm more than sure the facility didn't, mean for that to happen. But I mean, it's a tragedy all the same. We never know when we're going to go at any given time, or what ailments we're going to have when we get old. But damn, if you can't put your person in a place, and those places, believe me, folks, they cost a lot per month just to have that person stay there. Now, you could tell his family really cared about him. They had a Ring doorbell cam and a motion detector camera in the room and all this type of stuff. And it's crazy that the woman, and that's another thing was bad, is the woman, the daughter, had to find out and alert them that he was missing. That's a bad look. Oh, we found him. He's in the freezer, frozen. Give me a break. Can you imagine that? You get a call, yeah, he was in the freezer. We don't know how he got there. Okay, what does the surveillance camera show? Do it show any staff walking by him because they're doing a 9 to 5 or somebody on their phone? My thing is this, man. I mean, how hard is it to put them in the wing and then, periodically check on them? Another thing is this. These people make thousands of dollars a month housing these people. They should have top-notch security and surveillance, especially in a wing where people can fall and get hurt and do stuff in their room that they don't know they're doing, get injured. Ain't no cameras in the rooms. Well, I don't know if that's legal, but you understand what I'm saying. I mean, it's no way that you can keep track of people. I mean, he old, he 83. It ain't like he ran and when he saw the staff, he ducked in a room and came out like Mission Impossible. I'm more than sure the way he walked out that room, he walked like he was going somewhere. He didn't know he was in a place that he lives now permanently. Either way, man, this is a tragedy all the way around. You know what I'm saying? Was he, like she said, the dementia started debilitating. Was he in like that type of part of the building where like his dementia was that severe, or did it come and go? That's another thing you got to look at. Either way, man, failure to protect your clients that live with you or patients, it's never a good look. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's unfortunate. We all die. But to go out like that, man, I know it must be tearing the family apart, from a standpoint of being protective of a loved one. See you in the next video. Take care.